Hello, I am Chylli from Channel Chylli, also known as Shy. We are back with more modded library of Ruina. Last time we left off, we beat the backward clock. Got both endings. And this time we're going to start... Let's see here. Hang on, I'm a bit confused here. Okay, so you cannot access sub-levels here. I thought a cutscene was supposed to play there. Don't think that's supposed to be there. I am fairly certain there was supposed to be a cutscene when I clicked that. Okay, yeah, there was. God damn it. I think I'm going to have to disable and re-enable the mod. Because yeah, it's just not here. Alright, I am back. I finally got it to work. By the way, Angela, do you know what a movie is? Movies. I've seen the term in some books. Why? Simply put, movies are like the snippets we see in the invitations, presenting stories through visuals. Does this mean abilities like those of the invitations also exist outside? Not exactly. The contents of movies is entirely a product of creation. The environments in movies never actually happen. At least the scenes are all performances and don't mean they truly exist. Still, they're nowhere near the capabilities of the invitations. So why bring this up all of a sudden? Did you say you wanted to write a book? But what's new? But what new and exciting stories can you find in the outskirts? Coincidentally, a few days ago, I stumbled upon a basement while wandering nearby. The basement was filled with dusty scripts and film reels, even a small studio set up. So you're inviting me to watch these random films of unknown origin? I noticed how interested he seemed in the snippets of the invitation, so I figured you'd also like movies. I even brought a projector. We can start any time. Then play a random reel first. Alright, let me see. Huh? What's wrong? Nothing, just that the name you have these reels seems strange, but maybe that's how unfinished films are titled. Let's try the most recent one by date. Within the human heart lies a pursuit of beauty. Different people chase different forms of beauty, interpreting their art in their unique ways. The world's created by boundless imagination. That is the essence of art. But in the city, people's understanding of art continues to degrade. Simple piles of flesh bore people, and works created purely for shock value taste like wax. Unimproved, substandard works flood the market with ugly scrawlings, receiving more praise than refined art. Those who appreciate beauty remain silent, leaving only arrogant critics to bicker endlessly. Let them judge. For me, is the beauty in art I seek. Where is this? My studio turned into this? What the? Can people come out of this projector? Finding something like this in the outskirts isn't surprising. I thought it was some disillusioned artist looking for inspiration of the outskirts. Who knew it'd be something like this? Did you two tear down my research lab and build this giant structure on top of it? Wow, that's honestly quite impressive. I kind of admire you for that. So who are you? Normal people want to wander into the outskirts like this. Before asking someone else's name, shouldn't you introduce yourself first? You're right, let me think. You can call me Mirang. I've got a little research lab / film studio here in the outskirts. I mostly spend my days shooting films and conducting experiments. Oh right, since I've shown up here, that means you've watched my film, haven't you? So how was it? Actually, yours is the first reel we've played. We didn't give you much constructive feedback on your film just yet. Is that so? What a pity. But since that's the case, can you tell me your names now? I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. And I'm her friend, Roland. Roland and Angela, you two sound like you'd make great characters for a movie. So what's the situation now? Has my research lab been turned into this? To put it simply, your lab is still there. We've taken your projector and reels to the library. When do you plan on watching the next reel? What? You're not mad? I thought you'd demand we return everything. Why would I be? I'm really looking forward to your reactions to my works. Those movies should be quite immersive. Immersive? What do you mean by that? Well, considering I just came out of this projector, what do you think? Does that mean the characters from the other films can also come out? Bingo, that's one of my proudest techniques. Is it too late to return the reels and projector now? Don't worry about it, Roland. This actually works out for me. If hostile enemies emerge, it's no different than entertaining the guests we've had before. Besides, weren't you the one who wanted to watch movies in the first place? There, me. Since the director herself has spoken, let's roll the next reel. There we go. And let's get into the first one here. The Puppet Hero. Next reel, let me see. Puppets? That one is inspired by the film genre L Corp loves so much. It's a rather unconventional piece. The actors are strange creatures from the outskirts that I captured one day. Beings of flesh and thread. That description. Are these monsters you speak of like puppets manipulated by strings? Sort of, but in reality they aren't controlled by strings at all. Their bodies are tattered, yet they possess a semblance of human intelligence. Outskirts creatures are truly fascinating. It seems we'll have a chance to uncover the fate of the freed puppets. To be honest, I can still vividly remember that lunatic proudly boasting about their creation. You know about these outskirts creatures? Well, we had a run-in with what you're describing a long time ago. Those puppets were once passengers of a warp train, transformed by the store of the city known as the Puppeteer. After we arrived here, they were supposed to awaken throughout the city, free from the Puppeteer's control. I see, so that's how it is. Then they must have been thrilled. Not only are they like this, but I even made a song for them. Enough chatter, let's start the reel. This is the city. The city is filled with these emaciated, tattered puppets. No one knows where they came from, nor their purpose. Although these puppets have human-like intelligence, their appearance bears no resemblance to humans anymore. What does it feel like to be a monster with a heart? Lacking combat skills, these creatures only meet death at the hands of the fixers in the city. One cut after another, their already broken limbs are torn from their torsos. The red strings binding their limbs to their torsos snap, leaving them as useless scrap. Reduced to their lowest rung of the food chain, even below rats, the puppets refuse to simply accept their slaughter. At that moment, a burly puppet came up with a brilliant idea. They would tangle the strings that once controlled them together, connecting their minds and becoming stronger. By tightening those strings, stitching you and me together, perhaps a powerful puppet would emerge. Their efforts were worthwhile. To protect the weak puppets, the absolute justice of the puppets appeared, the puppet hero. The ally of justice, puppet hero. Absolute power, overwhelming strength. The puppet hero embodies justice, and justice embodies the puppet hero. Those who oppress, bully, and disdain the puppets will face the puppet hero's punishment. The puppets who once died tragically under the fixer's blade will become the puppet hero's strength. The puppet's hero is the scarlet thread. The puppet's axe is a severed bone axe. The puppet's cloak yields the weak. The puppet's resolve is a will of steel. The puppet hero never forgets the despairing cries and the anguished screams of the puppets. He appears in the city because the countless weak puppets need him. The puppet hero will uphold puppet justice and save this decayed city. Ah, it's about time. They should appear now. I have no idea what nonsense I just watched, nor why I have to fight this bizarre thing. So this is kind of film residents of L Corp's Nest enjoy? Indeed, they absolutely love superhero stories like these. Your superhero is a bit too biased. Why? Human superheroes protect humans. Shouldn't puppet superheroes protect puppets? For humans, correct values favor humans. For puppets, correct values favor puppets. Still, isn't this movie made for humans to watch? They said I have to show it to others. These are the crystallizations of my artistic brilliance, not to be displayed carelessly. Ah, here it comes. Good luck, Roland. One floor, one act. Jesus Christ, that is a really high roll. And here we go with the long loading screen. Okay. Oops, I need to reset my thing really quick. After the ether floor realization, after backwards clock, I redid Kiefer just to make sure I didn't lose anything. So I forgot I had the page here on. Alright, let's try that again now. Outskirt Cineplex time. So I should probably stay in a piercing stance here. Delete all of their attacks. Let me decrease my volume a little bit because that was really loud. One second. Terribly sorry for that. My cat wanted to come in, and I told him he was not allowed. what we gotta do here is focus on killing his allies and slowly whittle him down. That's another stagger we got us. Who do I want to gain strength here? Try something like that, maybe. And that is all of his puppets dead. Need a really high rolling first attack here. And we're finally doing a little bit of damage here. I think maybe they go for pulsation here. Then we'll use Pure Paradise. When I draw a page here, and that's all of his puppets dead. Alright, and then let's go all in on him now. Alright, and then let's just keep wailing on him here. He is kind of getting destroyed here. Alright, now we have to kill his puppets again. But yeah, this is going really well so far. And that's all the puppets did. And now we just go all in. Wow, he is getting destroyed now. And there we go, Puppet Hero obtained. That was honestly not so bad. We didn't even use a scary mass attack. And the Puppet Hero's dream of protecting the weak puppets ultimately shattered. The threads extended to help others were instead exploited, and the epic of a generation of heroes comes to an end. What an amazing battle! I've never seen such perfect footage. You wouldn't think that if you had to fight it yourself. Such a spectacular battle scene is a rare sight in the city. It's so thrilling. Roland, you're not an ordinary person, are you? Regardless of who I used to be, I'm now just an unremarkable nobody starting a new life in the outskirts. What a shame. I always feel like there's more cinematic material to uncover in you. Now that people know your style, nobody would want to be in your films anymore. Don't say such hurtful things. You haven't seen my other works yet, have you? Next reel, next reel. Here, let's see what we can get from that Puppet Hero buck. So it's good for a blunt page. I could maybe see into... Did I never get a puppeteer book? I feel like I did. One second. I am like fairly certain. Oh my god, I never burned these books. How did I never do that? Oh, okay, I couldn't do it because it was already equipped on someone. I want to make sure everyone that I don't use right now is unequipped. Right. I'll look into that later. Anyway, let's move on to our next film here. The Moon Worshipper. The next reel is titled Moon. What kind of film is that supposed to be? If it's Moon, then it's a disaster movie. Put it back right now. Don't do that, you don't even know the details yet, right? Don't you have any curiosity in your heart? Excuse me, I had to sneeze. The biggest taboo in life is acting on curiosity. That's true in the city as well as the outskirts. Besides, I know very well that once I put it into the projector, whatever's inside will come out. What's there to be afraid of? Even if it's a disaster movie, it usually provides a solution in the end. If a disaster movie only leaves you with despair, it's boring. Giving viewers a bit of hope, that's the real essence. Enormous monsters have weaknesses like oxygen destroyers, and seemingly invincible foes can be kept from approaching humans ever again. It's just like that longest night eventually meets the dawn. The finale is always full of hope. Just like you and I have started a new life in the outskirts, and then ran into each other. The library, once a star in the city indeed, has a hopeful future for its finale. After going through the pianist incident, I never imagined I'd end up living like this. By letting go of hatred and cutting off the cycle of suffering, we can finally gain release and freedom. I understand you want to reminisce, but can we leave that for later? Right, let's watch the reel first. Nighttime. Once again a full moon. In an era before neon lights, moonlight was the only illumination people had at night. Back then, moonlight guided people's path, serving as the pioneer in the night. But the world is ever-changing. Torches, porcelain lamps, oil lamps, candles, diodes, incandescent bulbs, neon lights. Now that humans have countless ways to light up the night, few care about the former pioneer. Out of reverence for that ancient guide of the night, some people formed the moon worshippers. They lit a flame that absorbs light, believing that artificial illumination is why the moon is no longer respected. I can't see anything. Is there a working flashlight anywhere? Damn it, we hardly ever go on a mission and something crazy like this happens now. Boss, none of the flashlights are working properly. Didn't you check your gear before heading out? Useless fools. This is weird. They all worked fine before we left. By relying on artificial lights, humans have lost to the moon's favor. You're behind this, aren't you? Die! It's no use. You're used to artificial lights and can't even use moonlight to see us. Boss, none of the flashlights are working properly. Didn't you check your gear? Okay, there we go. That was just the repeated dialogue. I don't know why that happened. I can't see anything at all, boss. Let's just go back the way we came. Damn it, we're out of luck. Hurry up, move. Let's not mess with those lunatics. Too late. Those who did not revere the moon shall die. You maniacs! Have you ever relied on moonlight alone? Maybe you want an end like this. The city's downfall is self-inflicted. The moon shall punish this ungrateful place. Keep the screaming nice and loud. Don't ruin our fun. The moment of descent is near, and your sacrifice will be worth it, you know. What the hell do you people want? Once the city's blood stains the moon, the blood moon shall descend. This is the calamity brought upon the city for not respecting the moon. You must pay the price. But these people, we can't reason with them at all. Damn it, dying at the hands of these lunatics. The blood moon is coming. Alright, Roland, get ready for a fight. Why do I have to fight the psychos from your script? Angela, you enjoy watching this, right? I have no objections. Angela, why are you just watching? Here they come, Roland. Keep an eye on their movements. It'll be easy to crush them. Of course, if it really is a blood moon. And here we go. One act, one floor, moon worshippers. Alright, so I basically have to kill the leader before I can kill any of the smaller ones. Let's see what we can do here. try something like that. God damn it, neither of my attacks hit there. Unfortunately, we're gonna let some attacks get through here. Here we have a mass individual mass attack. And we outrolled them pretty, so... Here we can delete all their attacks. And then can we just go all in on him? There we go, destroy all their attack. Excuse me? Okay, that was really easy to dodge. Alright, this should go pretty well. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Okay, I cannot select anything there. Or here. Didn't realize that would happen. Okay, let's kill this guy. And there we go. That was a little bit rough there in that last part. Blood Moon and Moon Worshipper. Summoned by those fanatic Moon Worshippers offering their lives, the unspeakable Blood Moon finally briefly illuminated this land. The cultists could not comprehend the god they worshipped, as everything approached self-destruction. That unreachable presence would surely be exiled from the city. I almost threw up there. So how does it compare? Pretty nauseating, right? Yeah, I haven't felt like this in a long time. Such vile existence is reminiscent of the true nature of the winged singularities. It wasn't until I came to the outskirts that I was finally freed from that filth. This Still, compared to the horrors of the city, that blood moon seemed rather mild. If it managed to give you a singularity level shock, I'm thrilled. Unfortunately, it's ultimately just a product of human imagination. If only I could use a camera. No, just my own eyes would be enough. If I could record the existences in the sky directly with my eyes, I'm certain the work would be even more marvelous. Your fervent passion for works and art reminds me of the ring. Could you be from the ring? The ring is also one of the 5 fingers? That's right, basically they're a group of fanatics pursuing extreme art. A bunch of lunatics, no less deranged than the Index or the Thumb. After watching that last reel, I could believe you if you called yourself a maestro of the ring. Regardless of who I used to be, I'm now just an unremarkable nobody, starting a new life in the outskirts. I'll give you those words back verbatim. Of course I couldn't be a maestro of the ring, as if I'd be some film school master, right? Or maybe not. If I were that bunch, they'd probably call themselves the photography school or something. The ring has way too many art factions. I don't even know how many exist. If there really was a film school, those reels must have been made by the faction's maestro. To most people, any faction is just a bunch of killers using art as an excuse, right? As for who I was in the city, you can keep your own conclusion to yourself. And I have my own guesses about your identity too. Enough chatter, next reel. I'm curious what kind of books I'd get from that. Oh, that's really good. That's basically a Durandal. But only if you have the blood moon mark. Apologies, I bumped my mic there. Interesting. Alright. Let's move on to our next film here then. The Masked Murderer. Oh no. We have to fight Roland. Again. Masked Murderer, that's what this one is about? That title sounds dangerous, yet I feel strangely relieved. Judging by its name, the threat level is obviously lower than the previous two. When things like superheroes or moon-worshipping cultists, which don't initially seem frightening, appear as enemies, they're surprisingly troublesome. After all, a serial killer is just a human in the end. Definitely shan't compare to those two. Unless this killer has some superpower, it's gonna be a piece of cake. They don't, right? Giving a horror film slasher superpowers? That'd be way too cliche. I'd never do something like that. That's a release. Finally, I can watch a movie without worry. The real essence of this film isn't actually the movie itself. Seriously, you've never heard of the name Masked Murderer? Never. Is this some new urban legend? On the books we have in the library, no guest has ever mentioned that name. You're so out of touch with the city that I have to explain even this? Back when I was a fixer, I'd never heard of the name. Mass murderer refers to a series of mass murders in the city. A powerful man whose face is hidden by a mask, killing countless people on his own in the city. Once he sets his sights on you, there's no chance of survival. No matter how you respond to his questions, he's never satisfied. What's worse, no one can describe him through the mask. There's no record of his features. All they remember is what he did, but no one can say what he looks like. Rumor has it that during that time, the southern branch of the middle was nearly snapped in half, supposedly by the masked murderer. He didn't care whether his victims were fathers with families or pregnant mothers. He killed everyone without mercy. What's wrong? You both look like you're lost in thought. I recall reading a similar story, but in that version the main character wasn't called Masked Murderer. Well, if he's famous, plenty of people would use him as a basis for their works. Some remakes give him other names, but Masked Murderer is the most widespread. Alright, let's check out my version. That day, a mysterious killer appeared in the city. Wherever he went, corpses piled up. People screamed in agony whenever he passed. Countless lives were shattered. If you as much as move a finger, I'll tear you to pieces. I don't know anything, I admit it. I shouldn't have forced my aesthetics on others. But you get it, right? I don't care what happens to those who insult my taste. No, you really know nothing? Of course, I'm begging you. I've got a dozen wives and daughters on my computer waiting for me to support them. Disgusting. It's almost done. I'm about to save my father. The materials here come from employees who died on the job. So you don't know anything either? Yes, that's it. I have no clue what you're talking about. Please, just spare me. I'm begging you, I still have a family. The thing I hate most is people like you who try to reclaim your happiness. Danny's just he's just a madman. A backstabbing bastard. Oh my god. Meow knows cartel. Holy shit. What exactly does it take to satisfy him, Meow? Give me information that pleases me and you might survive. Saying you don't know is useless. Come on, I'm sure you know something. No need to humor a blind man's rage. Everyone, remain silent, Meow. Do what you will, Meow. Willing to die rather than talk. What a pity. The clue was almost here. As you wish, you fools who think you're cats. The number of people he has killed is too great to count. There's no connection. It's all for venting his rage. He kills whoever he dislikes under the pretense of finding clues. He resents the city that drove him to despair, forcing others to experience the pain of losing everything. He no longer cares about the reasoning behind his actions. He bartered his soul to the demon of revenge. In that bottomless abyss, some faintly pure presence once called out to him. But that's irrelevant to him now. His soul is forever trapped in agony, and what roams the city is but an empty shell repeating its misery. Roland, why are you spacing out? They're about to come out, you know. Damn. You're right, let's focus on the enemy in front of us now. Okay, so this seems interesting. Alright, I'm not quite sure how bad this is gonna be yet. Honestly, this doesn't seem too bad. Wow, that was really easy. Was it supposed to be that easy? Compared to the previous monsters, dealing with just a human serial killer is pretty easy. But the content here is really, most of it was shaped by combining rumors from all around the streets. How was it? Did it feel like there was really a killer who murders without batting an eye? It's a pity that the person he served as the basis for it supposedly hasn't died yet, but instead vanished mysteriously somewhere in the city. If we don't consider the story's authenticity, it's a fairly interesting adaptation. However, it strays so far from the real version I've heard that it's almost laughable. Oh, does the library have records of this incident? Mind letting me take a look? If the opportunity arises, I might share the real story with you. Better not. Let's leave it at that. What, afraid I can't handle it? I'm not questioning your tolerance, but... Roland, let's discuss it later. Don't you feel the atmosphere's a bit off? A swing of the sword. This is the 172nd person I've killed today. All I do is bring my blade down, separating blood and flesh that were once whole. It's something so deeply ingrained in me, like a second nature or an instinct etched into my bones. And at that moment, a sense of discord arose. I can't remember whom I'm wielding this sword for. Whenever I grip the blade and aim my anger at someone, this question always appears in my mind. Whom should I direct my sword at? For whom should I swing my sword? I shouldn't have forgotten such questions. I should know the answers to these questions, but now they're blurred beyond recognition. All I sense is that lingering warmth. Left behind here, it should have been mine. The warmth of pain and revenge. If I trace that faint aura to its source, I'm sure I'll remember the answers. Someone quite similar to me, yet not the same. I now point my sword at him. With the one sword I have left, my Durandal, I'll surely find the answers I seek in him. What's going on? He hasn't been defeated? Strange, I didn't write this part in the script. I've got a bad feeling about this, Angela. Yes, just like countless times before, it appears to be resonating with the library. Knew it. Guess I'll be working overtime. The one who holding the blade. Alright, let's see how this turns out. Uh-oh, hey. I don't think I can outroll this without strength. I guess I can redirect like that. Let's see what we can do here. There we go, we got some strength sauce. Okay, this stage seems to be going pretty easily too. We're gonna switch over to blunting to get the most out of our attack here. And we got our victory. You're saying the library resonated with him? How did that resonance happen? Wait, you two knew the real story behind the mass murder incident, didn't you? Roland, do you have any thoughts on this? It looks like the mass murderer picked up your combat techniques after resonating. Since he resonated with the library, borrowing his power and mind makes sense. Want to help me refine the story? Leaving some things to the imagination might be nice. Anyway, that pile of junk on the ground won't be coming back to life, right? He must have drawn on the sentiments you left during the recent reception. That's the source of his resonance with the library. Once that leftover emotion is depleted, he shouldn't be able to resonate with the library anymore. So he used it all up, right? He used it all up, right? I've never felt this close to reality. The reason for revenge lost in the mist. The revenge target hidden among the masses. Everything found its meaning in my confrontation with him. Compared to his suffering, mine seems trivial. When his blade pierced my chest, the overwhelming pain struck without mercy. Sorrow, emptiness, rage, confusion. Countless emotions filled my heart, and for the first time, I truly felt alive. I craved more of these feelings that belong to myself, not a fake life someone imposed on me. And now, this one and only chance stands before me. Even if it requires me to cut off the real mass murderer's head, even if it demands I keep living as a false black silence. All for the heartbeat I feel at this moment, I'm willing to pay any price. Right here, right now. As long as I can tear him apart, I won't have to live only as a shadow. The false me never had and doesn't deserve the precious experiences and feelings he possessed. But if I give it everything for this one chance, I will no longer be the rumored mass murderer. I'll become that criminal truly feared by the city, the Black Silence. I shall claim all these precious things, becoming a more false yet profoundly genuine me. Before I cease to exist, before my emotions can no longer sustain my being, I'll challenge you again and again, tirelessly trying to kill you. This is my challenge, addressed to you, my creator, my true self, my greatest enemy since I was born. So it begins. What did you just create here? This was unexpected even for me. Never thought I'd see the day an actor would awaken a sense of self. Roland, you can still handle this, right? I've got just enough energy for one more round. The library's resonance is at its peak, so he's going to be tossed. But if we can finish him off in one go, he won't have any more emotions left to resonate with the library. That means it's the final battle then. Yep, time to wrap this up. Dark Will. Alright, let's see how this goes. We're gonna have to destroy that. I feel like I'm intended to kill this shadow first. I should probably read the passives, shouldn't I? Okay, so we just need to make sure they're all dead before the fifth scene. Alright, so we are going to... We got a primary focus this one. And then secondary focus this one. There we go, that's one dead. Sorry, my alarm was going off. And then we just want to kill this fella again. The piano notes are funny. And there we go, we killed the Ruin before he could even do his mass attack. And now we can kill him, I think. There we go, and then this ending should be fairly easy. And I think we should definitely kill here. Oh, never mind, he's still not taking damage. Oh, so you just need to go 4 more turns before you can die. Unclash, please. Lose one soul. We want to do that. Maybe choosing to take double damage wasn't a good idea. Barely outrolled. And that's going to kill her. I really need the heal. Okay, I might have to retry this. And I'm fucked. Awesome. Alright, well, I'll be back when I'm back at that phase. Alright, I am back. And we are back on the phase we lost on. Really annoying how he primarily targets Roland, but we can deal with it. Try something like that. Oh shit, I forgot he did power nullification. I forgot I needed to make sure I hit him with every character at least once. Okay, you have 3 souls left. We got a black emotion. We need someone with the white emotion. We do not have someone with that. There we go, we got him. And Roland got staggered, that's really bad. And we lost. Well. Alright, I'm back at the phase I was at before. Let's see what we can do here. Since I have all the strength, I can probably do that fine. Alright, let's see what else we can do here. Basically, just want to redirect what I can away from Rowan. We only have people with white emotions, not dark emotions. Alright, and then I just need to do something about that one. Down to 4 souls. Just gonna keep learning to clash that every time. We still do not have any dark emotions. Or, sorry, black emotions. We're gonna sacrifice this guy here. Down to 3 souls. Let's see, it's a pierce attack. Try something like that. Unfortunately, did not destroy his sight flare. And he is down to 2 souls left. And perfect, this one is white emotion. That one is also white emotion. And then we kill off this character here to get rid of the black emotions. Did not expect to get power nullified there. Alright, so we want to make sure he loses this clash here. We don't have anyone with a black soul, so what am I supposed to do? Oh right, I have mass attacks. I forgot those existed. Let's see how this turns out. Not very good, it turns out. And then our most heavy-hitting one is blunting. Unfortunate. No, I was so goddamn close. Alright, I'll be back. God damn it. Alright, I'm back, and I'm really close to where I was last time when I lost. Almost forgot, I gotta make sure I hit him here. Don't want to lose HP. Alright, so we're gonna switch to blunting to maximize our damage here. Gonna shockwave that. I did manage to somehow, or well, not somehow. I used the learn ability to get myself a soul. Hopefully I can hold out here. Unfortunately, that did not destroy it. But that one did. Whoa, what the hell just happened? Sorry, my phone alarm was going off again. Here we go, now I should be able to do way better. Oh, okay, I get it. Andy's using Furioso. Holy crap, that was rough. In the end, I still couldn't reach that false reality. But it was enough. thank you. It's quieted down. I'm now ready to drop from exhaustion. If he could still get up from the ground, I'd be the one lying there instead. His figure has already begun to fade. There won't be another fight. It seems he's satisfied with this battle. He filled his incomplete life with pleasant memories and strong emotions. That may have been all he wanted. I can't go on. I need a rest. Ah, he's asleep. Shall we wait here until Roland wakes up? That's a bit inconvenient. I need to pick up a couple things. I'll be back when he wakes up. See you later. Holy shit, that was rough. That took me like 4 or 5 tries, I think. Okay, so it's meant to be used alongside Roland. That's interesting. So yeah, it's meant as a sort of Roland support unit. Anyway, that's where we're gonna leave it off for this time. Next time we pick off, we'll continue with the 4th reception of Outskirt Cineplex. Until then, if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!